In this epic journey, we travel back thousands of years to cross one of the greatest routes that shaped human history, the Silk Road. A road that was not only a path for trade, but a bridge between civilizations, a passage for ideas, and a stage for unforgettable legends. We will journey from ancient China to the shores of the Mediterranean, accompanying caravans, witnessing the rise of great cities, and seeing how the Silk Road carried goods, cultures, religions, and knowledge across continents, while traders faced harsh deserts, towering mountains, and ruthless bandits. And before we begin, don't forget to support the channel by subscribing, liking the video, sharing it with others, and leaving a comment telling us which civilization impressed you the most on this legendary road. Now, let us begin the story. It all began in the heart of Asia, where ancient China was experiencing moments of historical prosperity. In the court of the Great Han Dynasty, emperors realized that true power did not only lie in armies, but in the ability to open new routes to the world. Traders had no idea that their journeys would become legends, and that the path they walked would become a lifeline that would change the world. The route began in the city of Chang'an, the ancient capital whose streets were filled with silk goods, sounds, and vibrant colors. Caravans prepared for departure, camels loaded with gold, silk, tea, and porcelain. Traders knew that the journey was not just about buying and selling, but an adventure full of risks and stories passed down through generations. As caravans left China, their first challenge was crossing the Taklamakan Desert, known as the one you enter and never return. Endless stretches of sand, storms capable of swallowing caravans in an instant. Yet the journeys continued, led by men whose determination surpassed the cruelty of nature. Oasis cities like Kashgar and Khotan welcomed the caravans and gave them new life. Here, languages mixed: Chinese, Turkic, Persian, and Arabic. Different religions coexisted side by side. The Silk Road was no longer just a trade route. It became a unique cultural crossroads that built bridges the world had never known before. Moving westward, the Persian Empire played a major role. Persia was a massive center of civilization and a meeting point for scholars, poets, and merchants. In cities like Samarkand and Bukhara, sciences flourished, observatories were built, and academic schools attracted minds from across Asia. Traders said that Samarkand glowed like stars at night, and its fragrance pulled travelers from afar. Then came the era of the Islamic Arab Empire, which revived the Silk Road and transformed it into a passage for ideas and innovation. Through translation and the House of Wisdom, knowledge from Greece, India, and Persia entered the Islamic world, then traveled through the Silk Road to Europe. The caravans carried not only goods, but books, stories, and ideas that changed history. On their way west, traders faced the towering Pamir Mountains, known as the Roof of the World. Snow blocked the paths, and landslides swallowed roads. Yet merchants continued forward, because life along the Silk Road was stronger than fear. With time, new forces reshaped the route. The Mongols under Genghis Khan controlled vast territories across Asia, creating a period of safety known as the Pax Mongolica. During this era, travelers could cross from China to Europe without facing attacks, which revived trade and communication. It was in this period that the famous explorer Marco Polo wrote his memoirs, describing the wonders of Chinese cities and the magnificence of the imperial court. Great Middle Eastern cities also shaped the Silk Road: Baghdad, Damascus, and Aleppo. These cities were centers of art, science, jurisprudence, and commerce. Caravans filled their markets with rare goods. In these bustling markets, stories were shared and legends were born. Religion played a significant role as well. Buddhism spread from India to China through traveling monks. Christianity, Zoroastrianism, and Islam also moved along the Silk Road, making the route a unique space for spiritual exchange between nations. But the Silk Road was never free of danger. Bandits hiding in deserts and mountains haunted caravans. Merchants hired extra guards and sometimes paid tolls for safe passage. Despite the threats, the road never fell silent. There was also the maritime Silk Road, stretching from China across the Indian Ocean to Arabia and East Africa. Ships carried silk, spices, ivory, and pearls. In ports along the way, civilizations met and cultures intertwined. As centuries passed, new powers rose and changed global trade. The discovery of the sea route around Africa and the rise of European influence weakened the land-based Silk Road. Yet its cultural and human impact remained alive, and the cities that once flourished along it still bear witness to a long history of exchange. Today, thousands of years later, the Silk Road continues to inspire the world. Modern projects aim to revive it, linking east and west through massive trade and transport networks. And the legends born along this ancient road live on in human memory, telling the story of a path that was never just a route, but a cultural spirit that wove the world together like a thread of silk.